If we look back, if we trace our history, Zimbabweans, Malawians were coming here to mine, to build Johannesburg. This is the Johannesburg that now South Africans feels like it's ours, but it was built on the sweat of migrants. We have seen, when I came into South Africa, that was 2002. Migrant was not built the way it was built. If you check who was working in the construction industry, it was migrants that were coming from another country. Right now, South Africa is now built. It's now everyone now is attracted to South Africa because it's now well built. Now we are sitting here and say these people must go home, but we forget what they contributed to the society. Look at the taxi industry right now.
Right.
We want to go back to the ground. If you look at the taxi industry right now, how many billions is it contributing to South Africa? And look at it right now. A South African lives in Soweto. They live in townships, in locations, right? They use buses to go to work.
Yeah.
Who is going to those taxis that is bringing in billions in South Africa?
So you're saying that it's the migrants that work there?
Can
I ask you, so you're saying that South Africa was built by, migrants that were working in the farm. Were this documented or undocumented? Just from your point of view, back in the days, during those times when they're coming in to build the mines, in your perspective, during those control,
Without knowing that the migrants were documented by then, I don't have that.
You don't have that information?
I don't have.
Let me speak practical.
Let's leave the practicality for a moment, myself. I'm very sorry. That lady, what he was talking about, you see, what people don't understand, and I don't know why people don't understand this thing, and I really don't understand. You think that people are smart, but they don't get the point. They just don't get the point. Get the point. She says, people are forgetting that this country was built by migrants, okay? Immigrants, right? In the mines, it was immigrants who were working. You see, my sister, that is why, unfortunately, the people that were there at the time after 1994, right? They were quiet when South Africa received what we call freedom. The freedom that you call freedom today, the freedom that you call freedom, after 1994, right? People were excited. And unfortunately, through that excitement, because people, they were excited and they were just allowing everyone to come to South Africa, especially in the government. They forgot about putting laws maybe that are going to protect South Africa. And then people, they came in the way they came in. The problem is, Mrs. We are not fighting against you guys. If you are not aware, we are not fighting against you, or we are not saying you must not come to South Africa. No, we are saying the government, they have failed us. And since they have failed us in the issue of immigrants, we are trying to fix what they have failed to do when they were supposed to do it. The reason why you seem or you look and you look like, it looks like, okay, not it looks like, but the way you think to say that it is immigrants who built South Africa, it was because you guys, you were allowed by that government that was not supposed to be allowing you to do that. You get my point. In other words, the government, because of the excitement, freedom, blah, 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 everyone was busy with their lives, making sure that their lives are covered, everything. It's nice, getting tenders and everything. They forgot that they needed to make sure that South Africa is not occupied by illegal immigrants. The reason why they were able to work in those mines is because they were allowed to enter. That is why I said to you guys, the problems that we have today, if are not solved today, the generation that is coming, they will have to deal with these problems of today. In other words, they are going to have double problems. The problem of their own in their generation and the problems that we have right now. The generation that is before our generation, they were supposed to deal with this problem long time ago, the immigration problem long time ago, borders long time ago. They were supposed to deal with it. They didn't deal with it. Unfortunately, it is catching up today. And since it's catching up to today, now we are dealing with the problem that they should have dealt with. Right? That's why then you see all these Tutula guys and everything like that, because they realize in this generation, people who are thinking, they realize that there was something that was done wrong. We need to fix it. The government doesn't want to fix it. We are going to try and fix it. They may not fix it 100%, but they are trying to show the government what you should have done in the first place. That's why today you see some mayors, some premiers, or whatever. I think it's actually mayors who are busy trying to deal with this issue of immigrants. It is because they take a pattern from those guys who started this whole thing. And then you are boasting and say, yeah, this country was built now because it's beautiful. It's like that's the problem. We didn't. That was happening because it was allowed. It was not supposed to be allowed because of the laws of South Africa. Anyway, you guys sometimes are wrong. You can come with your guilty tripping. It's not gonna work because we want our country to be back as beautiful as it was. Because as you speak right now, it's not. People, they can say South Africa is beautiful and make videos beautiful, but we know where it's supposed to be beautiful. It's not supposed to be beautiful only in towns, in whatever. It has to be beautiful everywhere. I remember, guys, I used to go to Middelburg. There's a township in Middelburg which was called Mhluzi. Oh, I remember that was the most beautiful township that I would actually enjoy being. That township was beautiful, and I know that it was the time of people of the white guys, when they do their thing. If they've got a town next to them, if they've got a town, okay, they make sure that whatever that is in front of them is beautiful. I'm just saying, okay? But anyway.
There's a place called River Park in Alex. It's Zimbabwe Avenue. All the hijackings, all the killings that happen on London Road are Zimbabweans. Yes. And I'm not going to be apologetic about this thing. Amen. We've got an industrial area next to Alex by Marlborough. It's all Mozambicans there. We've got an industrial area on the other side in Limbro Park. We've got Malawians there. Now we are saying to one another that the youth unemployment ANC is making things better for us. There's no betterness in this thing. Yes. In fact, our own Home Affairs, our own SAPS officials are getting bribes from some of these ones. Mr. Caton McKenzie put it straight. We shouldn't be apologetic about this thing. Yes. These people must move away from our places. Yes. Alex was supposed to have 75,000 people in it. We are sitting at 1.4 million. That's why you find electricity breaking. That's why you get water everywhere. That's why our clinics are full. Each and every corner where you go to, these illegal immigrants are making something wrong. And with the Ethiopians, let me give you an example. There's a video that used to trend, I think about 2 years back, when Ethiopian decided to be a boss in Alex and lay his hand on a cop. Go to Ethiopia and do that thing now and see what will happen.
I am a Rwandan refugee since 1998. I came here, when you come from Rwanda with a fly, you can spend for 4 hours. But me, I spent 4 good years. 4 good years, 4 years to come to this country via feet. So there is something you don't realize here. So in this country, there's something you have that no one have it around the globe, around the entire planet.
What is it, sir?
You have a freedom. Yes. You have a freedom. That's the.
Yeah, this is the same thing that usually they do, even with these guys of overseas and these other countries, when they talk about our constitution. Yeah, you guys, you've got the best constitution. You've got the beautiful constitution. Now, this guy says we've got freedom. The freedom that we have, mister, it was the freedom from just moving from apartheid to actually coming to this side, which is the democracy, which actually some people, they put it and say it is a political freedom. That means for us to be able to vote. You get my point. Now, A lot of us were expecting, because now we are out of that nonsense that was happening with apartheid stuff. When we come to this side, in the democracy, whatever that was called, democracy, whatever it is, transition, whatever it's called, we were expecting, my guy, that things were going to be better. Political freedom, wonderful, great, awesome. We can enter in any shop we want. We can go to a toilet with the same color. We can with other kakalis. We can access education. We can access this and that and that. We can stay wherever we want to stay in the country, whatever suburbs and stuff like that. That's wonderful. That's great. But you see, that doesn't translate to the full freedom that we should be experiencing today. And all we are saying is the government. Maybe you guys, you were just seeing an opportunity and then you just said, you know what, let's just go, okay? But we are fighting against the government. That means we are reminding the government what they should be doing. And then the problem is, though, while we are busy doing that same thing, you guys, you come and you substitute us. That's why I explained on the thing of the jobs. Some people, they don't understand about this thing of foreigners taking our jobs. It's not like just taking the jobs. The problem is, this thing started long time ago when South Africans, they were fighting for what? Minimum wages. They were fighting for minimum wages. They were complaining about their salaries. And then the people who are employing, they actually substituted South Africans because they were busy toy-toying, and then all of it substituted them with people from outside. That means they didn't care about South Africans, because you guys are toy-toying, fighting for your rights and everything. We will put these guys who can take any amount. That is called undermining. You cannot come to a country of people who are fighting for their rights, and then you come and substitute them. You undermine what they are doing instead of you joining them. You undermine them. You take what it's supposed to be with you. It's supposed to be for them. While they are busy striking, they are busy trying to get what is true to them. And then you come and then they replace them. The next thing, they fire them. They do all these things. And then when they come to that restaurant, when they come to that job and check who's working, they find you there. And when they follow up on how much you earn, if you even earn below what they were getting. Just because you are accepting everything, desperation, right? Now, he calls South Africa, we have freedom. Guys, let me put my point in this part, okay? It does happen that there are other countries where there are wars, guys. Not every country in Africa, they've got wars. There are countries where they are facing wars, they are facing all these things that they cannot handle, okay? I can accept that, but also even when they come here, they need to follow the things that they need to follow. And our country, we've got wars, what. That is understandable. But you can't just come, Jay, because the economy is bad. We've got a bad economy here, but we are still here. Still trying to move, still trying to push, still trying to make ends meet. It's not easy. You try this, you get some money there, it's gone. All we are saying is, the freedom that you are talking about, you may think that we've got freedom, but I can tell you, okay, the freedom was political. And I know people will say, yeah, so some of us we've got businesses, some of us we've got businesses. People now, they go to school. People now, they can start their business. All that thing, it happens for certain people. It happens for certain people. And I'm not saying all people, they struggle, but I'm saying that when the 1994 came in, that's what happened. A lot of people had their hands on wherever they had their hands because they got friends, they got whatever. Even when that political freedom happened, every resources that were supposed to be benefiting people, they benefited those people that you call politicians. And then you call it a freedom. What is wrong with people? People are just trying to defend their position. They just want to be here. They just want, and we are not saying don't be here. All we are saying, please follow the things, follow the procedure. We've got processes, we've got laws, we've got, oh my Lord.
Freedom. For South Africans or for you? I'm talking about South Africa as a whole. And when I'm saying South Africa, I'm including myself because I'm 25 years here.
25 years in the country.
Since 1988. I'm a refugee, qualified refugee. So we what we come here for is for the freedom you have. No one have it.
All
The
right.
South African.
You see, you are good because you are qualified. You are good because you are a qualified refugee. That means you followed the process. You gave papers, you got the papers, which is good. But there are a lot of the problem is those who are illegal are more than those that are actually legal. That's the problem we're fighting against. It's not like we don't want you. Here you were staying here for 20 whatever. Yes, nobody supered you or they were after you and everything. Why? Because you are here with your papers. And then you want us to accept everyone now. Just because we contributed in your country. That's why your country looks like the way it looks. Because there were people who were mining, they're helping and stuff like that. And now you think your country is your country. It has been our country, even if it was a mess. It was still our country, even during apartheid. It was still our country because we were still here. We were running from schools, running from police. We were still here. We never ran. Even when it was tough, we were still here. And we are still here. Even today, it's tough, but we are still here. We are still here. We are not just, we are still, some of us, I believe, we are not even going anywhere. If we go out, we will go out because it's a vacation, because we want to get some air. But when it comes to here, some of us who've been here for some time, and we never ran away during the apartheid. And I know people, they will use this thing. Yeah, there were people who ran to other countries. Those people were people that were thinking about their businesses, were people that were thinking about their political lives. Some of them, they were struggle fighters. They were negotiators, everything. That is why some of them, they had to run to other places. That is why they were given some passport to hide there. But there was a reason why they had to run there. That's why I am saying, or I said, if people are having a problem in their countries, wars and everything, you don't just decide and say the economy is bad and then you run here. No. You can't, I'm very sorry, but you can't, like, it's in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, like it's not, I don't want to say it's not bad, okay? I don't want to say it's not bad. But South Africa, I'm sure that maybe somewhere, somehow, I don't know when and how. And I think now we are at a position where it's very bad. It's very bad. But we're still here, pushing, still talking and trying to make things right. And then now you want us to just...
Freedom is very unique. There's nobody can find it in the world.
Yeah.
That is why we're here.
Can I just ask you this? In 2023, with Rwanda's progress, are you still a refugee?
Yes. Let me come to my point. I'm still a refugee. Let me come to the point I want to make here. I'm happy because I'm addressing the Home Affairs here. Let us have a module or moderate ECOWAS or East African community where I come from. When you see, I was asking her name, her surname and your name is related to Lesotho and Botswana and everything.
Right.
So you come from there is your brothers and sisters. When I see Mutlongo, I see Ngobe, all are Zimbabweans. Me, I'm Mkiza from Rwanda. So we are moved to. We are all moved to from the River Congo to Cape Town to entire Cameroon, South Sahara of Africa. Therefore, if INC, a ruling party, want to regularize so-called refugee and immigration, which I disagree with it. If he's a Zimbabwean, let his ID be as a passport to South Africa. So when he came, South Africa must create a system all right. Up.
All right.
You can't go into Saudi Arabia where Mecca is if you are Muslim from Yemen because there's rules, rightly so in Saudi Arabia. We cannot be made to feel guilty for our rules. These people must go home. This gentleman says to me now, you said you're going to switch off the oxygen. I am going to switch off the oxygen. I'm going to build the wall when I'm in power. I'm going to switch off the oxygen because during COVID, our people could not access oxygen. Well, you guys were getting nice oxygen there. When I'm a leader here, I will build the wall. I will mass deport you guys. You guys are the worst we have here. Zimbabweans are bad, but not as bad as you, Nigeria.
Known as enemy of illegal immigrants from Operation Dodola Civil Rights. So the lack of political will is what we see now. And then remember, people are treating us as if we are a capital city of Africa or Asia. So Gayton is right when say you can't talk of illegally you can't talk of free borderless Africa if you are in Zimbabwe. We are pro-Africa, but Africa cannot be seen illegally uniting in South Africa only. We need to see that happening also in Zimbabwe, in Nigeria as well.
Yeah.
So now they come here. Gayton is right. They come here. They marrying the marriages that are in contravention of Section 15(3) of our Constitution. The marriages are being conducted without following any of our tradition and family laws. So in our tradition as South Africans, we used to say which means if Gayton marries my sister here, and then Gayton can't go and stay in his in-laws. He must build a sister a home. So nowadays we see Amir here. Amir is just marrying South African, and then he automatically qualifies to be a permanent South African resident. So we need audit, Home Affairs audit, in terms of Section 19(2) of Home Affairs. So whether they got papers legally,
right,
then we need to audit. How did they get them? Because according to that section, then if you obtain any of our ID in means of fraud, false representation, concealment of material fact, then the Minister of Home Affairs has got that right to deprive you of that.
Let me hold you right there, because the Home Affairs Department has also been implicated.
We are not here to beg. You can't say we're begging people to enforce. You are in power, enforce the laws of this country. We want Section 13(2) of Refugees Act. Go build refugee camps. The way you say, build refugee camps next to our borders. The purpose of that is to study these people. What kind of people are coming into our country? Some of them are mercenaries. Then they are stronger than our police. You understand what we say? We also demand an Section 19(2) citizenship audit. You audit all these people, whether they do have permanent resident status in South Africa. We want it as early as 1994. Let them go. They will come one by one. Then we will call them if we want them. You understand what we say? That matter. Do you know what? You don't show a political will. How many cases we report into Home Affairs? Because your officials, they don't want to go there because the officials say, no, if I attend this case, I'm going to burn my fingers because it's going to trace back to me because I'm the one who created these papers for these people.
All right, Patrick.
Hey guys.
That is why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying to you, the problem is the government. We all accept all of that, okay? We all accept that it is the government that actually has done this thing, has allowed all these things that are happening right now. We accept all of that. But you can't now expect us to actually really allow the status quo to stay, allow then the same thing to continue while we are seeing there's a problem here, while we are seeing that there's something that they have missed. And then you want us while we are still here, and then we see the problem and then we are quiet. We are not talking, we are not doing anything. What are you talking about? We see the problem that it was done by the government. Now we are making them aware. And since they are not doing nothing about it, then people have to do what they have to do. Those who can, of course, because I know that not everyone will agree with it, because there are people who are defending. And we know why they are defending, right? And this thing of people using this thing of making us to feel guilty. And then after that, they use this thing of saying, yeah, your surname is Kosana. Maybe your surname is connected to somebody in Zimbabwe. Sometimes, guys, let's listen to the lady, okay? I don't know what
guys, welcome back to Everything Entertainment. Guys, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my videos. I will appreciate it. Guys, please watch the ads, my beautiful people. Please watch the ads. Guys, in today's video, I'm gonna be speaking about how South Africans and foreigners are having a debate about.
Guys, please, when you watch videos, it's either you watch, it's either you don't watch. And if you watch, the best thing you can do, is just to like the video. It's just to watch until the end. Maybe, if you like the video, can put it there and just watch until the end. And if maybe you're not supporting via super chats, via maybe whatever the YouTube thing is. Okay, you can just watch until the end and watch the ads. That helps. You know, and I know some of you maybe you don't care because in most cases when I see my videos, people watch but they don't like. I don't know why, and I don't know why. For the fact that you watched, it means that you were interested. So you can just like. The reason why you are liking it's not only for you, it's only for other people to see the video because the video and then people see or the YouTube algorithm see that they actually like it, especially if you like it, especially if you commented on it. It's better, to just press the like button. It's not you are not paying anything, it's just a like. What I'm talking about, right?
About
Anyway.
the issue of illegal immigrants. Sana, honestly speaking, these videos show me kuti like how entitled foreigners feel about South Africa. I just feel like they feel like we should share South Africa with them equally, and that is not gonna be possible, guys. South Africa belongs to South Africans. Do you get what I'm saying? So guys, as you guys have seen from the video, guys, you guys have heard Kuti like the lady is saying Kuti like Johannesburg has been built in a sweat of immigrants. Guys, I just feel like the lady's approach was very, very bad because of like the way she's saying it. It's like she meant Guti like just because of South Africa or Johannesburg to be specific was built by people from other countries. That means Johannesburg should belong to or that means we should equally share Johannesburg with them. So this lady.
Yeah, but it's not even like all of them they were just from other countries, they were foreigners. No. It's not like all of them they were foreigners, then they built Joburg. No, it was a mixture and they were coming one by one. The other one comes, when the one comes, the other one calls the other one, and the other one calls the other one, and the other one calls the other one. Siyadlala brawami, we are eating. The other one calls the other one. It's not like it was only foreigners who were building Joburg, who were working in mines. There were some people there that are South Africans that were working there. Now you can't use that argument and be like, yeah, Joburg was built in the sweat. Yeah, sometimes. Wow. It's like people they just look for something that will make them like I don't know what's going on, right?
Not the way I understood her or the way she was supposed to say this. You get what I'm saying? Man, okay, fine. She was supposed to say, Kuti, like, guys, Johannesburg was built by people from other countries. They helped you guys build Johannesburg. But the way she delivered the message, it's like she's saying, Kuti, like, just because people that built Johannesburg was foreigners, that means they should belong in Johannesburg. And that's not how it should be, guys. It doesn't mean, Kuti, like, if, for an example, Zimbabweans, Nigerians are the one that build those buildings in Johannesburg, it doesn't mean Kuti, like, they came with material and whatsoever. And they were not doing that for free. They were hired. You get what I'm saying? So the way she's saying it, it's like she's saying Kuti like, okay, fine, just because of Johannesburg was built by foreigners, that means Johannesburg should belong to them. No, guys, if you are illegal in South Africa, you must go back to your own country, and that is that. You get what I'm saying? So they must never come with this reverse psychology like Johannesburg was built by foreigners, therefore they are not going anywhere. No, guys.
Annalisa, take one. Cassie, take one.
Take one.
Guys, that is not how it should be. You get what I'm saying, guys? I just feel like this heated conversation literally taught me something. It just showed like how foreigners feel entitled in our country. It's like they forcefully want to belong in South Africa, and they tend to forget like born they have other countries to go back to. For example, Nigerians have Nigeria to go back to. Zimbabwe have.
And do you know that a lot of people actually they blame South Africans to say South Africans they don't go in other countries, they don't visit other countries. That should tell you that South Africans they love their country. South Africans they don't just unless it's business, unless it's business, unless it's just a vacation, unless it's just trust me, they don't just leave, they don't just go. And I know you'll say to me, yeah, because they don't have money to go. Even those that sometimes come here, they don't have money. That's why they come easy. They just jump there. They don't follow the border because they know there are things that you need to do before you can get to South Africa. So that's why they jump there. because it's free. Okay, you jump, and then when you get here, you get to a job somewhere at a restaurant. They give you 100 rand. You just accept. You take it, right? Because you are desperate, right? There are people who say South Africans, they don't go in other countries. That's why they love their country. South Africans love their country. Okay, love their country. That should tell you something. For a fact that you see what they are doing with the Dudulasi, with the Patriotic Alliance and everyone, it tells you that people passionately loves their country. There's no one who is passionately doesn't love their who don't love their country passionately, and they will do what they are doing. A person who act like that to what they are doing, it tells you that these guys, they love their country. Some of us, we are quiet because we are not that bold. We can't go around and we are not bold. But if I was to be asked to say, come, let's go, we are going to check some spaza shops there, I would go there. You know, it's something that I can do, you know. But, you know, those who are bold, they do it. Anyway, I'm just saying.
Zimbabweans have Zimbabwe to go back to. Rona, this is the only South Africa that we have. That is why we are literally so protective of our country, because we know who to like.
Mina, I said, guys, and I don't know, you guys don't listen to me. I said to you, and I made some logical, some nice points. As with me, the point. When people come to your country, they feel your country as immigrants. Remember, there is population, it grows. Resources are short. They try to mix there and there. They try to patch there and there. The population grows every year, every year, every year, every year. When South Africa goes to a point where the economy is bad, it's just poverty left, right, top to bottom. We can't move, we can't do anything. It's happening, it's bad. These guys, and remember, if South Africa is struggling, there is another country that will actually be on top there. Let me repeat that. If South Africa is struggling, if South Africa gets to a point where it's at the lowest, somebody somewhere will be making it rich. Somebody somewhere will be growing. Somebody somewhere will be having a nice time somewhere, one of the African countries. And guess what will happen? The people that were here, they will run to their countries. And we will be left behind there. We need to pick up pieces again. When we pick up our pieces, we are here fighting, trying to fix things and everything. When things get fixed, and then South Africa goes back again to being at the top, the ones that were finding it nice, because I can tell you, there's no way that the two bulls, they can be at the same place. When the other one goes up, the other one will come down a bit. It may not come down, but it will come down a bit, okay? And then those ones, they will come back here. That is the logic I want to give you. Don't just take this thing and be like, South Africa will always be beautiful, will always be nice and everything, and you think it's gonna go. There were people who said South Africa is still going to get worse. And when South Africa gets worse, somebody somewhere will be growing, will be benefiting. And if somebody is benefiting somewhere and somebody is growing in some other countries, people, they will run there. And others, they will run back to their countries. South Africa is no longer the same as it was before. And then we remain here, we work, we struggle, we grow, and then our economy grows again. They come back again. Anyway,
once we lose South Africa, there's nowhere we can go back to. Because when South Africa, it's in us. We cannot settle in a foreign country with nothing unless I go to abroad and work. But I cannot just go to, for an example, US with nothing. And
even these ones from the US, from the Australia, from wherever in Europe, same thing now. Same thing. They are here, staying here, whatever, because it's still nice, sweetie. When things go west, they go to their countries. They jump and then they fly. They come back when it's better. Same thing. Doesn't matter whether you're from Africa, whether you are from wherever, Europe, you are white, you are colored, whatever you are, where you come from. Doesn't matter whether you are Chinese, it's the same thing. When things are bad, they pack their bags, they go back home. And we are left here. Same thing. It's not like it's only for Africans. Everyone. It's just that you can see that, it's playing on this side more. Because those guys, in most cases, those who are from Europe. I don't know, maybe it's me, but who are from Europe, in most cases, they buy houses here, especially in Cape Town. They buy houses in Cape Town, and then they stay in their countries, but they buy houses at the time when they want to go and stay for a year in South Africa. They come here, they stay here. Some of them, they come here and stay forever, you know. But when you look at them, you follow them. You follow if they followed what they needed to follow, papers, everything. They followed the process. They started long time ago to apply. Then they got what they wanted. I'm not saying anything, but all I'm saying, guys, or all we are saying with those who are with, you know, it's all about following what you're supposed to be following. There's no country that will want people to just flog in their country without papers.
I want greener pastures in US. No, we're not like that. So that's why we are trying by all means to protect our country, guys. We are not being xenophobic at all towards you guys. We are not being inhumane. We are trying to protect the country that our parents fought so hard for. You get what I'm saying? You guys have seen on the videos, guys. Dayton is there. Like, a lot of people are literally so.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Let me check if I can see the channel of this lady. It's Everything Entertainment. You can go and watch that video over there and watch the whole thing, okay? I just wanted to react to it because it was a very interesting one. It was a debate. I like these robust debates and these topics that people run away from, because sometimes we hide other, I don't know, we hide from what? We don't tell each other truths. We don't talk. We run away. Yeah, no, leave the topic alone, man. Yeah, it's controversial. Don't talk about it. Who is then going to talk about it? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. And you can go and subscribe to our channel. And also, you can like the video, ladies and gentlemen. And watch the videos, man, to the end, man. What's your problems? Anyway, thank you guys. You have a good day.